Have you ever been in Yuma, Arizona in the middle of a pandemic and wondered to yourself, is there something I can do here that's mainly outdoors that I can, just get out and see something? Well, the Yuma Territorial Prison is one of those opportunities, and that's where we're at today. From the prison grounds, you can actually see some interesting things, a railroad bridge, and beyond that, an old car bridge that's still used. And down here, we've got the Colorado River. And I'm sure there are some people living down there, as often happens along these rivery areas. In the distance, we have California. So, let's take a look and see what there is to see at Yuma Territorial Prison. Well, of course, the indoor museum requires these, but you can see things like, what did the prison look like? Who were the people who were here, right? These are some of the inmates. They tell you down here about some of the guards, right? So here's this guy.
Tried to escape with 2 of the prisoners. Yep. Some guards got hurt.
Well, this is the main cell block, and I suppose it's the main attraction here at the prison. And you can walk through the halls and imagine yourself as a guard or a prisoner. You can walk inside of one of these cells and really maybe get a feel for what it was like at that time. And I'm told that one of the big problems they had was bed bugs. That couldn't have been a whole lot of fun. You can also see that they had at least, what? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. So looks like maybe 12 people in one of these cells. And you can imagine just the snoring of 12 guys who maybe some of them needed CPAP machines or something, right? But the other thing, of course, is that this is in one of the hottest places you're going to find in the summer, especially. I mean, it must have been almost unbearable, and I imagine they didn't have sunscreen. They probably didn't give these prisoners a whole ton of water, right? So that's the cell block, and the next stop here is going to be a place called the dark cell. It's right over there. There's no light in there, and there's just like an iron cage way back there. And one thing that they told me to be a little wary of was there are potentially bats in the dark cell. You're not going to be able to see anything in there probably, but I'm going to take you in there anyways, and we'll see if we get attacked by a bat. Bats? Yeah. So here's where the cage was at, and then right above the cage there is one little beam of light that comes through. So that's the dark cell. Well, these are the newer cells, and I have to say they seem nicer, right? Smaller, you're not stacked to the ceiling here, and not too bad. Of course, if you really get out of control, they gotta have a place to really tie you down, right? So this is $8 to come and see the old prison, and our last stop is gonna be, of course, the graveyard. Lots of people die at these places. Last stop is the prison cemetery, and not much to see, just some piles of rock that represent the 104 unfortunate souls that this plaque tells us died here from disease, accident, murder, suicide, and escape attempts. So that wraps up our quick tour of Yuma Territorial Prison, and I leave you with some video of rock piles.